Hey there, folks. You know those moments where everything just clicks? Like you're staring at one of those old magic eye posters, convinced it's just a bunch of dots, and then bam, it turns into a sailboat or something wild. Well, that's exactly what happened to me about 3 months ago. I was standing in my girlfriend Tasha's kitchen, our kitchen really, since we'd been checking up for 8 months, watching her freak out over an Instagram post. Her fingers were flying across the screen, deleting it like her life depended on it. And in that instant, my whole view of her, of us, shifted. But let me back this up a bit, because context is everything. I'm Josh, 28, living in Minneapolis. Tasha's 26, and we met through this local running group. Both of us were training for our first half marathon, pounding the pavement every weekend. She was this bundle of energy. Funny as hell, super ambitious, always dragging me to watch these deep dive documentaries on Netflix. And man, her tacos? Legendary. Ground beef with just the right spice, fresh cilantro, homemade salsa. I was hooked from day one. We started dating, and things moved pretty fast. By month 10, we were living together in this cozy apartment downtown. Life was good. We had our little squabbles, sure, like who forgot to unload the dishwasher or which true crime series to binge next, but nothing that screamed red flag, at least not at first. The only weird vibe came from her ex, Kevin. They dated for 3 years in college and a bit after, until he took a job in Seattle back in early 2021. Broke up because long distance wasn't their thing, or so the story went. But from what I'd pieced together, bits from mutual friends, a few too many glasses of wine on Tasha's part, Kevin was a real piece of work. Controlling, isolating her from everyone, the classic emotional manipulator. The Seattle gig gave her an out, and she took it. Good for her, right? Except Kevin moved back to Minneapolis about 6 months into me and Tasha's thing. And that's when the pattern started showing up. Whenever we'd hit an event where Kevin might pop up, a mutual friend's barbecue, a group happy hour, Tasha would switch modes. She'd fuss over her outfit more than usual, laugh a tad too loud at my dumb jokes, hang on my arm like we were in some rom-com. I chalked it up to her wanting to show him she'd leveled up, moved on. Understandable, I guess. But then the social media stuff kicked in. She'd post cute pics of us, dinner dates, park walks, and they'd vanish a day later, especially after Kevin followed her again. Our Facebook relationship status, hidden. When I'd ask, she'd brush it off. I'm just being more private online, Josh. I don't want him stalking and getting all upset. Yeah, because who cares what an ex thinks, right? I tried to be the supportive boyfriend, figuring trauma from abuse lingers, but deep down, this little voice nagged at me. Is she really over him? Fast forward to Memorial Day weekend. We headed up to my folks' cabin on Lake Vermilion, where the crew, including my old college buddy Sam and his new girl Emma. It was one of those perfect Minnesota days. Sunny skies, lake sparkling, just warm enough to dip in without freezing your toes off. We spent the afternoon wakeboarding, grilling burgers, telling stupid stories around the fire pit. Sam tried showing off on the board and ate it hard, face planted right into the water. We were all cracking up. I grabbed my phone and snapped this epic shot on the dock. Me, Tasha, and Emma, sunset glowing behind us, pure joy. Posted it on Insta with a caption like, Lake Days with the best crew, at Tasha M, at Emma K, at Sam the Man, who's currently drying off. Harmless, fun stuff. We drove back Sunday night, crashed hard. Monday morning, I wake up to Tasha's already up, glued to her phone in bed. Her face is all pinched. You need to delete that photo from yesterday, she says, not even looking at me. I'm still rubbing sleep from my eyes. What? Why? It's a killer pic. She shoves her phone at me. Kevin had commented, looks amazing. That cabin's straight out of a magazine. Hope y'all had fun. Totally benign. But Tasha's in full panic mode. Kevin saw it. I don't want him seeing us like that. It's complicated. Her voice gets that tight edge it always does when he comes up. I push back a little bit. Why does it matter? You guys ended years ago. She sighs, dramatic as ever. You don't get it, Josh. He's the type to overanalyze everything. Who I'm with, what I'm wearing, where we are. He'll twist it somehow. Please, just delete it. That's when it hit me. Not anger exactly, but clarity. This wasn't fear of an ex's wrath. This was her still giving a damn about his opinion, still orbiting him in some messed up way. No problem, I said, cool as ice. She relaxed, kissed my cheek, and hopped to the shower. But me? I sat there on the bed's edge replaying our whole relationship. The deleted posts, the extra PDA around him, the random mentions of how much better I was than Kevin, like she was convincing herself more than me. It all added up to one thing. She wasn't fully in this, not like I was. On a whim, I texted Emma. We'd swap numbers at the cabin for group plans. Random quo. Kevin Mercer from Seattle, tech dude with a Viking tat on his arm. Ever date him? Her reply pinged back fast. Don't tell me you know Kevin the creep. Worst 3 months of my life. Why? Heart racing. I called her right then. Turns out, Emma had dated Kevin right after he landed in Seattle. Sam knew her through work, but their relationship was more buddies than romance, hence the 0 PDA at the lake. Kevin? Total nightmare. Controlling, jealous, the works. He'd isolated her too, just like Tasha. But here's the kicker. Emma spilled that Kevin had confessed to her about still pining for Tasha, even trash-talking me based on social media stocks. It all clicked. We talked for an hour, venting, laughing at the absurdity. Then Emma says, half joking, you know what would really get under their skin? If we posted something to flip the script. Light bulb moment. We met up that afternoon at a coffee shop downtown. Over lattes we had to plan, Emma had this fake engagement ring from a costume party. Sparkly, convincing. We staged a photo. Me down on one knee, proposing to her in a park, big grins, ring front and center. Caption, she said yes, couldn't be happier with @EmmaK. Life's full of surprises. We tagged mutual friends, including ones who knew Tasha and Kevin, uploaded that evening. Holy chaos. Within 10 minutes, likes poured in. Friends, randos, everyone hit 5,000 quick because our circle shared it like wildfire. Comments exploded. Wait, what about Tasha? This is savage. Tasha called me freaking out. What the hell, Josh? You're engaged to Emma, Kevin's ex? I played it calm. You wanted privacy, right? Figured this was my move. Turns out she'd been texting Kevin on the sly, venting about us, keeping that door cracked. Not full cheating, but emotional betrayal city. Kevin saw the post too, messaged Emma raging, exposing his own hang-ups. In the end, Tasha and I split. She admitted she never fully closed the Kevin chapter. Hurt like hell, but it freed me. Em and I, we're actually dating now. For real this time. No fake rings needed. Moral of the story is sometimes the best revenge is living well and maybe a strategic Insta post. If your gut's nagging, listen, it might just save you from wasting more time. Thanks for listening, guys. Hit that like if you've been there and share your own Wild X stories below.